We are in the friendly confines of the Iroquois Lacrosse Arena on the Six Nations of the Grand River for the first of two here on Week 13 in the All as the red-hot Whitby SteelHawks take on the equally red-hot Ohsweken Bears. Lance Wynn providing all the details as usual. Starting goalies for Whitby, it'll be Ethan Harwood. A perfect 5-0 record. At the other end, Chase Martin sporting a 4-1 record. Officials for today's first game. Kyle Coulter is the crew chief. He's joined by Spencer Tangay and Ben Agnes. Welcome, Ben, to the West Side as the head coaches. Ryan Degerton not here, so it will be Brad Reed in charge for the Steelhawks, and for the Bears, the legendary Ron Mouser Henry in his ninth season. His assistants are Clancy Elms, Todd Wilfong, and Neil Pike. So as we get underway, first offensive possession belongs to the Steelhawks. When I say red hot, winners of 8 straight. And when I talk about the Ohsweken Bears, they have rolled to 3 in a row. So they are one step away from solidifying themselves in a playoff spot with a 6-6 record right now. Whitby comes in 9-3. Eddie Renault trying to turn the corner. Late stick check. Sends it off the screen, and possession will belong to the Steelhawks. So the Steelhawks team with plenty of weapons, including the Fife Dogs in both Devin and Parker Pfeiffer, doing their thing and have been an outstanding connection as they'll work it. Throw in the mix there McGregor as well, as he has done an outstanding job. Braden, of course, and shot clock winding down. Chase Martin steers that away. And, of course, Trent Boyd has been a mainstay and an outstanding player in the Arena Lacrosse League for another year, for a few years. And, of course, Owen Orpana in the midst of his best season here in the Arena Lacrosse League. Orpana looking for Pfeiffer. 5 on the shot clock. Boyd in there battling. Lucas Beaver defending, gets kicked out, and that'll be a shot clock violation. Possession will belong to Luke Maloney and the Ohsweken Bears. So the Bears will get their offense out. Plenty of weapons to keep an eye out, including Shane Hollowell with the ball right now. Of course, Lucas Beaver, and, of course, the sniper extraordinaire in the legend Lane Smith. Don't take anything away from Stephen Portelli. He has also put together an outstanding season. Missed that shot there, and now back the other way comes Reed. Reed will flip it. Eddie Farid, he will head to the bench. McGregor will take that spot on the right side, working with Thompson. Sent around, picked off, and a chance now. Rolling up is Heron Snow. Snow working with a 2-on-2. He's got Chris Atwood with him. Snow denied, though. Good save by Harwood. Ball loose on the half board, scooped up. Steelhawks move it up the other way. We'll get you caught up on all the scores earlier that happened on Friday, Saturday. Cutting through the middle. Great save, Chase Martin. So Orpana from point blank denied. Rowan Kelly will kick it back out. And Parker Pfeiffer will settle down the offense. Reset now at 12. Working to the left side. Trying to make the curls. Orpana looking down low but couldn't connect. Down there as Jonah Kerr rolled through the crease. And now back the other way, Lucas Beaver. The Beav sending it out, working with Renault. Renault fakes the shovel, kick it back to Lane Smith. Portelli out late. He will jump start it. Now work it from that right side, skip it back to the left. Smith, he'll let it go. And I'll tell you, Lane Smith's had the Midas touch, feeling it the last 3 games, back after injury, and he has been a force to be reckoned with. First of the game, 14th of the season, and a 1-0 lead for the Bears. Just a good low shot. Lane Smith, he's the master from out there of using the defenders as a screen, and that's what he did, kept it nice and low. You'll see him change the angles. He goes up, down, works the underhand, overhand, sidearm. Whatever you need, he's got it. Off the draw, Reed able to take care of Beaver. Note the Bears' usual face-off man in Justin Joseph. Missed for sure, as is Patrick Timothy. Give and go on the doorstep, and they're going to call that a goal. Looked like it might have been a crease, but the big man, spreading his wings, has just tied this game at 1. Good job by Rowan Kelly. Just parked himself right in on the doorstep there, boxed out Lucas Beaver, so had the size advantage and was able to pop that one in from tight quarters. Just under 11 and a half to go, opening quarter. First to two from the ILA. Following this one, it'll be the second half of a home-and-home series between the Snipers and the Express. Back to work on the left side are the SteelHawks. Big Nolan Ruddy bouncing his man to the outside. Looking in tight. Pfeiffer tried to wrap one around on the backhand, and that's going to be a penalty on McGregor, I think. A legal cross-check. Actually, that is the case. So first power play of the game will belong to the Ohsweken Bears. And when I had a chance to speak to both coaches, when I talked to Ron Mouser Henry, of course, staying disciplined was the number one top thing on the list. They've won 3 straight because they've stayed under the penalty box and played 5-on-5. Also talked about transition, making sure that they've got their transition game going. Of course, with Chase Martin in the net, they can do that. And, of course, force Whitby to take shots from well outside that prime scoring area. So power play unit with Lane Smith on it. Portelli. Smith goes to the underhand in the basket. Easy save there by Harwood. And now Steelhawks going to try to leg it over the timeline. A good pass there, and they do. And they work it with Quinn Highland. Highland will stay out there with Pfeiffer and Parker Pfeiffer. I tell you, ball hawk, just telling you that early because that's what he is. And this kid never, ever gives up. Took a hard hit there, bounced, lost the ball a while ago, and now it comes back the other way with the Bears. Owen Hill out there. He gives way. So Portelli, Hollowell working out there. Lane Smith and Portelli. And Portelli now, they'll work it around the horn with 10 on the shot clock. Just under a minute left in the power play. Chased out with 5. Smith, quick shot right on. And that's got to be a little better ball movement by the Bears if they're going to be more effective. Harwood, as you can see, takes up a whole lot of that 4x4. And now Trent Boyd will look to burn some time here. Of course, Whitby winners 21-6 over Paris last week. It was a 10-8 win over Toronto for the Ohsweken Bears, a big win last week as Orpana tried to split 2, and now Ruddy will get it over, and the Bears will move it up now with Malloy. Just 10 seconds left in a man advantage. So they'll let this one expire and go to their 5-on-5 set. Smith at the top this time. Penalty over. Teams now all even. Smith lets it go right on. Harwood a chance now in transition. Lofted up. If Kelly can run under it, he does. Goes to the backhand, wide of the mark. Gets some help, though, from Highland, who will pick it up, and they'll look to reset the offense now, will the Steelhawks. When I spoke with Brad Reed about what these guys have to do here and how they're taking it, what do you say to your team after you're on an 8-game win streak and have been tested? He said, well, the first thing we talked about was not being overconfident, being able to play not just every full game, but they need to play every minute of every quarter, and that's a big thing. Do not get complacent. Do not think that anyone cannot beat you, and above all, while you're playing intense, still have some fun. So a good defensive hold by the Bears. Hollowell now to work on the left side out there with Renault. Hollowell looking for Renault, can't connect. Lane Smith kept it alive, but Steelhawks jumped on that, looking in transition, and it's Pfeiffer. Got on his horse. Fife goes to the shot. Steered aside by Martin. Kick out for Reed, wide of the mark. Ball loose. Battling for it is Hollowell. Working, and Dallas Clancy goes to the carpet, but manages to recover. Ball still loose, and that loose ball battle won by the Bears. So a good job by James Reef. As you can see with these two teams, it's going to come down to penalties and loose balls. And right now, Lane Smith isolated, has advantage, dumps it down. Renault tried to tuck it after a good grab. And in the blink of an eye, that will take us to our first officials' timeout. Set to resume after our officials' timeout in what's been a very tightly contested opening quarter. Pfeiffer is going to leg it. This one is Devin is going to leg it over the timeline. Dumps it. Orpana from close range. Denied by Chase Martin. They will get the offensive board. Skip pass. Quick bounce shot wide. Again, SteelHawks keep it in, but Boyd can't. Lucas Beaver going to chase that down. Almost an interference call, but good job by Boyd to avoid getting penalized there. Lucas Beaver, another slippery player anyway. It'd be tough to run in his lane as Lane Smith, speaking of which, will work it on the half boards. Hollowell worked a two-man game, 10 on the shot clock. Smith steps into that one just wide of the mark, and you can see Lane Smith just slowly setting the sights, changing it up, getting a feel for hardwood. And now it's Parker Pfeiffer. Just over 6 minutes to play here. Opening quarter. Tied at 1. McGregor swings it across, and Kerr had him boxed out, chased out, 10 on the shot clock. Kick out, dump in, and almost slipped through the wickets on a unconnected pass as Snow. Good job to beat a defender as McGregor chased him down. Snow, no numbers. He'll kick it back out. Renault up the middle. Eddie Renault steps into a bouncer right off the shoulder pad of Harwood. Loose, Renault scoops it. Reset to 20. Waylon Abrams swinging around to Portelli. Portelli ducking in. Snow trying to set a screen. Kick over. Abrams one-on-one, well wide of the mark with 6 on the shot clock. SteelHawks going to try to get in the way, and that one picked up by the Bears and shot right back down. So that'll be a shot clock violation. Good defensive hold by the Whitby SteelHawks. Boyd. Pfeiffer looking for an opening. Shoots it across on the skip. They keep it on the left. Delayed penalty come to the Bears. Orpana picks that up, takes a hit, rolls off with 6 on the shot clock, and that'll be an over and back violation. And that will allow the SteelHawks their first power play opportunity. So the Bears 0 for 1. They came in working with a 58% efficiency rate. Now their penalty kill at 40%. The SteelHawks an impressive 63% on the power play. So we'll get the first look at this Whitby power play. So Pfeiffer, Boyd on the right side. You look on the other side, looks like Highland out there. And we'll see if that's Orpana, and it is. Skip pass, knocked down. This Ohsweken defense has been relentless over the last few games, and they have been outstanding. Snow on the run. One man to beat. Snow weaves in and out. Snow stops. Has a man. Looks for the flip. Got it back. Good defense there as he was shadowed nicely by Fareed. Still 1:20 left in the power play. Just over 4 minutes to go here. Opening quarter. 1 to 2. Game 2. Snipers. Express. That's a 4 p.m. start. Swing around. Boyd top. Looking for Pfeiffer. He'll go right off the pad. Beaver had it for a second. Instead, it goes right back for a fresh 20. Minute left now in a man advantage. Pfeiffer. Take it back. Swing it around. Good rotation on the D. Ducking it. Pfeiffer tears it over. Great save, Chase Martin. Rebound. And that one crossed the line. So a great job sitting in the right spot at the right time, Trent Boyd, to pick up his first of this game, courtesy the power play, 2-1 Whitby. I tell you, if you're Lucas Beaver, you want that one back. He had that one just go off the head of his stick, and he would have scooped that and at least been able to burn some time. Either way, Scott Reed doing a good job in the face-off circle for the SteelHawks as they'll set up again on offense. 3.5 to go here, first quarter. And there's that pickoff with Lucas Beaver. That's the one he almost had. Picks that up. He'll weave over the timeline now and look to set things up. Up the middle, Lane Smith, give and go. Beauty pass and excellent finish in transition. And you could see the Bears wasted no time. Didn't want to allow Whitby to set up their defense, attacked it right away, and they have tied this game at 2 apiece. Off the draw. And Whitby controls. Crowley on the move with Pfeiffer. Owen Hill picked up the goal. That's his first of the game for the Bears. And now Pfeiffer. Under 3 minutes. Good spin move. Tried to roll back, but ran into a whole lot in Heron Snow. And now a quick outlet pass sends away Snowy River. He'll move it up, flip, and Hollowell now. Kick back out to the top on the run. That one knocked down. Abrams tried to slide one through. Atwood dumps it off. Good tuck in, but wide of the mark was Hollowell. Good pass by Atwood. Got to play some D. Pfeiffer, one-on-one with Atwood. Atwood. Pfeiffer faking everybody out. Atwood playing net. Chase Martin playing net. Didn't matter. The net got filled. Pfeiffer gives his team a 3-2 lead. First of the game for Parker. 33rd of the season for the top half of the Fife Dog crew. Violation this time on Reed. Possession will go back to the Bears. Beaver will flip. Lane Smith to work now. Him and Hollowell. Sorry, Eddie Renault. Abrams out there. That pass goes awry, and chance now for the SteelHawks in transition. Kelly working it with Clancy. Waiting for the offense to get out there. Kelly will stay out there and swing it across. Kerr flipped it, but it's picked off. Snow. One man to beat Rowan Kelly, but good transition D. Looking to follow that up is Reef. Reef scoops up that loose ball, leans into one, protects that ball, and dumps it off Hollowell. Hollowell on the run off the post. Loose ball, and McGregor's going to scoop it up. He's got Johnny Miller on him. Miller chasing him around, kicks it out. Kelly to a trailer in Highland. We're into the final minute, quarter one. Highland, great move! I tell you, Quinn Highland, man, he pulled that rabbit out of the hat. Great move. Thought he was going to pull it out. Reverse pivot. Tucks it between the legs of Chase Martin for a 4-2 lead. 58 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Beaver wins that draw. Tucks it in. Lucas Beaver swinging around, and good moves. I tell you, it doesn't get much craftier than Lucas Beaver. One of the Hills, Atwood. Good job to protect it from Clancy. Waits for Smith. Smith has no wrong stick side. Right on again. Stopped by Harwood. Harwood, a quick outlet pass. Airs it out. And now it's Clancy. 25 seconds on the game clock. Fife to Fife. Turning the corner. Nothing doing. Kick out. Kerr. He's going to hold it now. Roll it. 3-second differential game and clock. Kick. Pfeiffer has an opening. 6 on the shot clock. Trying to drive. tiptoes around the crease. Kick out, picked up. Snow with 5 seconds to go. Gonna have to hurry. 2. Rips it in! Owen Hill. How about that for clock management, ending the quarter off right? 4-3 visitors from Whitby through 15. Set to go for second quarter action. An impressive opening 15 minutes has the Whitby SteelHawks holding a 1-goal lead. Rowan Kelly now over the timeline, and he will work it. Chiron Costello on him as Quinn Highland now going to work on the left side. Swings it around, and a whole lot. Bodies colliding down there, and McGregor went down, and him and Snow, but back at it with 6 on the shot clock. Pfeiffer tried to take something off. Good job there to take the stick away from Kerr. And now Costello over the timeline. Maloney over the timeline, and he'll look to shovel, gets it to Atwood. Atwood draws a double team up the middle. Delarande, his shovel was well wide. Picked up by Lane Smith, 10 on the shot clock. Another chance, Atwood right on. Chance here for Harwood. If he can find a man, does a good job for Reed, who has some long arms, almost picked off, but Reed now will settle it down. Orpana, half boards, left side, looking for an opening. On the run, overhand, a good one. Stop, rebound, great save. 2 good ones from Chase Martin. Atwood zips one up. And will do a great job to keep it in the offensive end. Chris Atwood doing some of the little things that you like to see him do. Eddie Renault, he'll work it, get it back out. Hollowell swinging around Portelli. Portelli's quick shot right off the logo. Harwood right where he should be. And he'll air it out now, and it's Kelly. Kelly dumps it across right side. Pfeiffer looking back. Snow's going to had a beat on it, couldn't get it cleanly, and now Highland. Lofted out. Pfeiffer shot wide. Picked up Beaver. Beaver has a man. Working it up Costello. Costello, wrong stick side. Thinks about it. Wise decision. Lane Smith was already on the move. Instead of turnover, chance now backdoor. In the pocket. Crowley picks the top corner. Boy, talk about when teams are even, who's going to be the X factor. Well, certainly put Crowley's name down there as he picks up his first of this game, and it's 5-3 Whitby. Big transition goal, and just like we said when we talked to the Bears coaching staff, second point on the list was slowing down their transition game as well as upping theirs, and this time it's the SteelHawks. Pfeiffer going to go for a race on that one, picked up by Martin, and he'll move it up. Costello to Snow. So Nicky Snow out there and Heron Snow. So you don't think I'm all snowed out. Good bounce shot by Delarande. He's pushed in, and it will belong to right here to the Ohsweken Bears. Abrams swinging around. Atwood dumps it. Delarande looking for Smith. Smith ducks in. Quick shot right on. That rebound picked up, and a good stick check right back by Abrams. Gets possession as Abrams lowers the boom down. And Bears now go to work on O. Atwood snaps it across. Hollowell, quick shot right off the post. Rebound. Atwood and tight denied. Oh, my shooting gallery out there. Ethan Harwood standing tall. Lane Smith lets it go again, underhand pepper. That's going to go over and back, and that will belong to the SteelHawks deep in the offensive end. So you can see the Bears aggressive as Whitby jumps all over that McGregor, kicks it out. Pfeiffer swings it. Kerr swings it right back. In tight, beauty play. Pfeiffer, no goal on the crease as he touched that white line, but a beauty idea, outstanding ball movement, and back the other way come the Bears with Malloy. We are under 11 and a half to go here, second quarter. Lane Smith stepping into that one off the post. Oh, baby. Lane Smith came guns a-blazing today, I tell you. Hollowell turns the corner, dump off. Renault, nothing doing there. Harwood, again, steady Eddie. Moves it up, Crowley. Crowley going to go on the attack. Dumps it off. Big man Highland walks in, bounce, change up, nothing doing. Pfeiffer again. Devin this time tracking it down. No reset, so they'll play on. Highland on the run. Keeps it. Takes a good check. Coughs it up. Snow. And that's going to be an interference call. Incidental contact, but interference nonetheless. Skip pass. Knocked down. Good play there by Snow. Loose, of course. Parker Pfeiffer fishes that out. Belt shot stopped by Martin. Ball loose. Orpana turns it. Orpana up, down, denied. Great goaltending at both ends as Chase Martin holding his own. Maloney, he'll flip, and they'll work it down to Atwood. Cutter, Renault, quick shot, stopped. Under 10 minutes to go, end-to-end we go. Clancy, he'll put on the brakes and dump it down. They'll set it up deep in the crease. Right side, give and go. Work it in. McGregor steps in, takes a hard hit, gets knocked around, but a good save by Martin. And Bears manage to get it out, and it's Portelli on his horse, 9.5 to go. Portelli ducks in, spins back. Good defense as he is marked by Kelly. And he'll wait for some offense to come out now. Lane Smith filters out. Hollowell. Nothing in the middle. Trailer. Abrams with 5 on the shot clock. Going to have to hurry. Zips it. Hollowell. Better shot. Good save. Harwood. Picked up, and Kelly now is going to move it up as we are under 9 minutes to go first half. 5-3 lead. SteelHawks in the driver's seat right now. Boyd has an opening. He'll let that underhand rip. Almost beat Chase Martin, but got enough of the pad on it. And now Snow. Snow to Snow. Look in the back door. Atwood will take over and drift over to the right side. That's his spot. He likes that spot. In tight. Quick shot. Steered aside by Delarande. So no shortage of shots for the Ohsweken Bears. Harwood tested over and over again, but the same can be said for Chase Martin. Atwood. Got to up the percentage, get in a little tighter. On the roll. Renault, he stopped with the pad. Rebound. Atwood sneaks one in the top corner to cut the lead to 5-4. Boy, I like the way Chris Atwood is playing right now. He's not forcing anything. He is letting the game come to him. And that's important. First of the game for Atwood. Just in case you missed it, Six Nations Snipers, 15-14 overtime winners Friday over the Brampton Express. Just Brampton's third loss of the season. Yesterday, the Peterborough Timbermen, 23-11 winners over the Paris River Wolves. So that looks like a tidy playoff spot berth for Peterborough. Obviously, Brampton and Whitby already solidified themselves in the top 6. Orpana now with 10. Skip pass. Pfeiffer. Devin. Shot. Wide. That's going to skip 3 on the shot clock. Orpana going to have to let it go. That's wide. Oshawa came up with a big win, 12-8 in Toronto over the Monarchs. to keep their playoff hopes alive, as slim as they may be. And, of course, this one followed by a Friday rematch. Great pass across, no angle left between Brampton and Six Nations. Delarande fakes a shot, goes to the twister, up and out of play. And with that said, that will take us to our officials' timeout. Set to go with just over 7 minutes left in this opening half. Pfeiffer worked over, and he's got his hands full with Maloney on him. But Pfeiffer does a great job to get it over the timeline, and that's one of his specialties, boy. He's an all-state good hands guy. And delayed penalty coming to the Bears. They'll work it around, 10 on the shot clock. Net empty, extra attacker, in tight, gets knocked down, and the SteelHawks will go to work on their second power play opportunity of the game. They are 1 for 1. Like I said, the Bears, and that looks like it's going to be Maloney. It's a slashing call. So the Bears will have to kill another 2 minutes here, trailing by a goal. Opportunity here for the SteelHawks to push that lead back to 2. Usual suspects out there with Boyd down on that right crease. Fife, Orpana, and Highland. Pfeiffer walks in and buries the bounce. So just beautiful execution by the Whitby SteelHawks, and second of the game for Parker. Second power play goal for Whitby, and it's 6-4, and there's a prime example when you talk about the Bears able to play with any team in this league 5-on-5. 5-on-4, it doesn't matter who you are, you have the opportunity to lose because of that. And that's just how big and important a factor penalties are in this league with these outstanding players. Off the draw, Kelly controls, zips the skip across, and now they'll let the rest of the offense out. Pfeiffer. Under 6.5 to go. Highland, one-on-one. Cristello on him. Good pass across. McGregor on the flip back. Parker, Pfeiffer's shot. Good bounce, but Martin had the basket right where he should, and now it'll be Miller that lugs it up over the timeline. Say enough about Johnny Miller, boy. He's been in the Arena Lacrosse League for the duration, and we're very appreciative of his commitment and what he brings to the table. Hallwell lets a bullet go. Oh, my. Check the net for a hole there. That was a BB, and it's a 6-5 game. That Hollowell shot looked like a Lane Smith shot. Hollowell's got 23 this season. So he has been a major factor as off the draw again. And I can't express to you the importance of having a good draw, man. Scott Reed doing his thing for the SteelHawks. Justin Joseph not here for the Bears. He's one of the top face-off men in this Arena Lacrosse League. Pfeiffer skips it wide open, walking in as Orpana couldn't find a short side. Ruddy. He'll swim, bounce, and rumble and roll his way up. Tough pass, but Nicky Snow will take care of that. Good job by Nolan Ruddy. And now Snow will hold it for a second. Good job on the direction of Lane Smith. Smith works it to Hallwell now with 8 on the shot clock. Delarande trying to get closer, works his way in, but Harwood had the angle shut off. Quick pass up ahead to Reed. Reed has a man right on him. Reed goes to the net, curls out, kicks it Orpana. Orpana's going to wait for the rest of the offense, but gets a step on Miller, curls back out. Dumps it up the middle, Highland. Pfeiffer lets it go, steered aside by Martin. Ball loose, scooped by Orpana. Orpana dies and over the net. They'll leave that one, and it's picked up by Pfeiffer, and Fife to Highland now. Left side. Highland gets a step. Highland tried to tuck it down. Chase Martin, outstanding footwork. Beaver will counter the other way. End-to-end action here. Both teams with opportunities. Both netminders holding their own. Atwood. Skip. Smith. Head of steam. Trying to duck back in. Runs into three, though. And they close it off. 2-on-1 now. In transition. Clancy. Boyd. Can't connect. Scooped up there and moved up by Reef. And he'll get it over to Snow. Three and a half minutes to go here. Second quarter. Atwood had a notion. Flip back. Quick shot. Delarande off the post. So the right idea came close. Whole lot of metal. No mesh. Delarande moving that up. Abrams. Portelli floats late. Abrams had that knocked down. 8 on the shot clock. Picked up. Delarande on the run. Scores! Short side. Xander Delarande with his first of the game, 21st of the season, has tied this up at 6. That's a tough shot, and I think when you have a netminder the size of Harwood, really going up is a challenge. You're going to have to get him down near the feet area. That's where it's toughest for big goalies. And great low shot on the short side. Found the mark to tie this game up. Off the draw. Bears had it. Still loose. Shoveled up. SteelHawks had it too, but a little too much hands-on. And possession to Whitby. A little groaning and moaning about a delay of game, but we've seen that twice, and it hasn't been anything glaring. Good job by the officials to keep the flow going. Highland curls out. Kick out. Fife. Duck in. Has it taken away. Loose. Scooped up. Here come the Bears with numbers. But good transition defensive. Lane Smith tucks it in. Push off. Lane Smith still has it. Duck in. Lane Smith bullet. Stop, though, by Harwood. Oh, Lane Smith, you got some pep in his step, that young fella. Ruddy and Fareed. Ruddy, great job using the body and not getting a penalty. Good work there, as little bit of interference as Cristello taken down on a great tackle by Clancy, and we're at the 2-minute warning. Highland. He'll settle it down. They'll work it. Devin Fife got some room. That one goes off a defender. Scooped up. Ruddy almost had it go, but it's stolen. A good save by Martin. Fresh 20 here for the SteelHawks. They are relentless on the loose ball. Trent Boyd, that one over the net. Highland ducks in. Highland in front. Denied out front by Chase Martin. Loose ball. Whitby's been winning them all. Great footwork there. And that is some outstanding work by Maloney. Maloney, wrong stick side, tried to go over the top. Catch Harwood thinking he was going to pass. Outlet Rowan Kelly on 2 hops. Well, make it 4. Still gathers it. And we'll wait as we head now to the final minute of this first half. Fife, Skip, or Pana. Back, fight, quick shot, almost caught Chase Martin having a little bit of a siesta, but nothing doing there. Martin's been good. 45 seconds on the game clock. Malloy. He'll find some open carpet, wait for the offense, and he'll find Lane Smith. Hollowell behind the net, Portelli. Portelli with a beauty dunk. Stephen Portelli. I may have mentioned a siesta on Chase Martin's end, but I tell you, Harwood did not expect that. And Portelli tucks it in on the crease dive. 7-6 Bears. 12th of the season for Portelli, and he too has had himself a fine season. Can't say enough about what Portelli brings to the table because he's willing to do a little everything. 29 seconds left here. Beaver can't win the draw. Reed can. Timeout. SteelHawks with 26.9 seconds. We'll take a quick break. Be back. That's stupid. Set to go as after the timeout. And we're going to have another timeout called. So Ohsweken wanted to see what the SteelHawks were doing. SteelHawks did it. And we'll hold up for another break, or we won't. I'm not quite sure. I thought I saw a signal for a timeout. But apparently, we're not going to go back-to-back timeouts. So that was a very creative delay by a veteran in Ron Mouser Henry. And now Pfeiffer, the inbounds. So here we go. Shot clock off. We expect Whitby to hold for the last shot here. 20. 15. 10. Time to go. Boyd, Skip, Highland, Kerr. Ducks in, shots. Martin with a big save and collision in the crease. Won't matter. We've played a half here at the ILA. 7-6 Bears. Back here at the Iroquois Lacrosse Arena on the Six Nations of the Grand River to get ready for third quarter in what's been an outstanding first half between the two hottest teams in the Arena Lacrosse League. Whitby, winners of 8 straight. The Ohsweken Bears, winners of 3 straight. Kick across. Whitby with the first possession, looking for a give and go with Pfeiffer. Nothing doing. Snow on him. Still plenty of time on the shot clock. Pfeiffer kick out to Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer's shot. First one of the third quarter is stopped by Chase Martin. Quick outlet will send away Nicky Snow. Snow will wait, and first offensive possession for the Bears will start with Eddie Renaud. Atwood. Hollowell out late, works at Renaud, 10 on the shot clock. Eddie Renaud, bouncer, trickles in. So it's becoming a bit more of a trend now where guys are starting to shoot the ball on the run. And Eddie Renaud, a perfect job of utilizing the defense as a screen, does just that. Parks is first of the game, now has 22 on the season, and more importantly, an 8-6 lead for the Bears. Off the draw, Lucas Beaver trying to make some adjustments there up against Eddie Farid this time, and now Hollowell. Stop, start. Good hesitation. Ducks in 2, and Lucas Beaver caused some disruption, but too much. Took away from Hollowell's shuck and jive there, but either way, possession to the SteelHawks. Pfeiffer gets a screen from McGregor, skips it across. That pass down low with 8 on the shot clock. Kick back out Orpana. Underhand, wide of the mark. That's going to be an over and back. And possession will belong to the Bears. So again, Ohsweken doing a good job forcing the Whitby offense further away from the net and further away from that dotted half circle, which is your prime scoring area. And now Lane Smith. He'll work it. Hollowell, one-on-one, has a size advantage, leans in, kicks it back out. My bad, that was Abrams. That shot there from Portelli. Zipped up the middle to Kelly. Kelly over the timeline on a good outlet pass from Harwood. And now it's Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer with a running start. Ducks in, backhand pass, can't connect with Kelly. Ball loose in the corner. Good battle. Bears come away with it. Good move to get loose. And now it's Lucas Beaver. Jumping in the rush. He has a man. The Beav tried to trade that sneak shot. Nothing doing. Too much bounce on the ounce. And now on the run back the other way is Reed. Puts on the brake. Shovels it over. And him and Pfeiffer will work the two-man to create some space now. Under 12 and a half to go. Third quarter. Pfeiffer looking for an opening, gets a screen, dump in, nothing doing on the connection with Boyd. Pfeiffer with 5. Devin, kick over. That shot right to Boyd, but ran out of time. One pass too many. Good defense by the Bears, and now Miller. Over the course of the last 3 games, the Ohsweken Bears have been one of the best defensive teams in the Arena Lacrosse League. That one just tripped up a bit. No intent there, and great job to slide through 2 defenders there is Clancy. Clancy, right stick side, bouncer stop. Big Morgan's going to go and try to get on it, but it goes off the net. And now the Bears will look to move it up with Ruddy. Snaps one up ahead. Owen Hill. He'll shoot it out. They'll reset with Atwood. Way up top on the right side. Atwood. Skip again. Good carom. Hollowell. Abrams looking to step into one. Those two with similar physique. Big and strong. That gets knocked down, and that'll be a shot clock violation. Possession to Whitby. So don't mind me with the Hollowell and the Abrams mix-up. McGregor. Dumps it across. Kerr. Looking for an opening. Kerr has some room over top of the net, and it'll sit there and belong to the Ohsweken Bears. Beaver. Dumps one out, but good recovery there, so going to have to move it up, and they do. Snow. Hallwell will shoot it out to Atwood and remain on that left side. Wait for Lane Smith to filter in. Not sure. Looking one-on-one inside to Delaronde instead of turnover. And it's Parker Pfeiffer shielding. Good defense there. Hallwell kick back out. Nothing clean as Clancy had to do a bit of a dance. That ball's flipped right back on a gift by the Bears. And a turnover, and then another turnover unless it's kept in. Good job by Highland. Dump down. Pfeiffer, duck in. Pfeiffer, quick shot. Gets his own rebound. Can't pick it up clean. Does now. Shovel back. Right out. Kerr. He'll move it across. Highland will settle it down. Dump behind. Fife dog. Trying to dive. Denied, though, by Chase Martin. Ball loose, and a great job on the loose balls. Bears on the run. Excellent work there as coming out of that scrum, Owen Hill's had himself a fine game here. One-on-one Abrams. Ducks in. Shields. Beats one defender. Another. Tried to go short side. I think that went off the crossbar. Either way, under it. Here come the SteelHawks. Reed. He'll pull it up. And he'll give way now. McGregor with a head of steam. Can't duck in. Curls out. 9 minutes to go. Third quarter. 8-6 Bears. Highland. ISO. That's too much on that screen, and that probably should have been called there. Either way, play on. Whitby gets a good bounce, and they'll reset now with Devin Pfeiffer. Highland looking for a screen with Orpana. Kick across. That shot off the post. Big one from McGregor. Gets his own rebound. 20 more. Whitby doing a good job putting the pressure. No look pass. Looking for Pfeiffer cutting. Good job there by Cristello as he gets taken to the boards. And that will give possession now to the Bears. Special shout out to St. Christopher House alumni in the house, Fernando Cabral. Glad to have one of the legendary netminders in our booth here today as Hollowell swings it. Underhand steered aside. Picked up. 20 to work with now. Abrams dancing out. Atwood. Abrams give and go. Back of the net. 9-6 Bears. That's the way the game should be played right there. In tight, beauty pass. And right back to the fundamentals, give and go. Just under 8 minutes to play here in this quarter, and these Ohsweken Bears have put together a 3-goal run to take the lead here. Reed, good job off the draw. He has been strong in that circle throughout this game, and now Rowan Kelly. Pfeiffer, working to Pfeiffer. Gets a screen on the cross. Fife ducks in, taken down. Good job there as Miller, backhand ahead. Trying to hit Snow, intercepted, and we're going to have ourselves a holding penalty. It's going to come to Rowan Kelly, and that will allow us to take our officials' timeout. Set to go on the inbounds after our officials' timeout. So Rowan Kelly in the penalty box. Second power play for the Bears. They're 0 for 1. Chance here to extend their lead. 9-6 right now. In tight to Lane Smith. Portelli gets it back. Still lots of time. Renault at the top. Hollowell. He'll skip it. Portelli. Work it down low. Delarande. Kicked up. Portelli right on. Stopped by Harwood. Harwood will look to air it out. Instead, they'll try to carry it, but fumbled by Morgan and almost turned over. It's going to be an 8-second count anyway, and it's going to belong to the Ohsweken Bears. So again, they're letting them play. Certainly when the whistle goes, I'm sure they'll tighten that up as Hollowell will work it. Another chance here with minute 10 to go in the power play for the Bears. Smith. Right on. Harwood. That one on the outlet. Kerr going to try to run under this one. Sorry, Reed, and he does. Reed. In a low twister. Stopped. And right on the goal line. Good job there. Once again, Chase Martin. Getting it done. Eddie Renault now. Final 45 seconds of the man advantage here. We inch toward the 6-minute mark. Third quarter. Renault. Gives Hollowell some room, trying to gap kick. Atwood, that's his shot. Atwood right on. Tell you go up on Harwood, he's got a whole lot going on up top. The goals they've scored have been low. Atwood, in alone. Atwood bullet again, stop. You don't go down, he's big up top. Crowley has a man, can't control it. Knocked ahead. Bears have it, 15 seconds on the power play. They have numbers. Smith. Atwood, back, kick, out, saved. Rebound Atwood. Kick out. Bullet right on the logo. Scores! Off the logo and in. Hollowell buries it, and it is 10-6. First power play goal of the game for the Bears. Furious action, and all you can expect from your goaltender, Harwood. Stop the first one, stop the second, stop the third. Where does his help come? And a relentless attack by the Bears stayed with it. A turnover gave them another opportunity, and they made good. Off the draw, another good job there. This one by Reed. He has been outstanding in the circle. Kelly now. So right now, the SteelHawks on their heels. As, of course, they sit top spot with Brampton, 9-3 records. That one from Orpana steered aside. Rebound picked up. Good job there by Pfeiffer again. Kicks it out to his brother, and Parker now looking for Devin in tight. Boyd, backhand, stopped right on. Rebound now, Beaver. So Chase Martin closing the door on the SteelHawks here in the third. Bears now back to work on O. Eddie Renaud. Abrams will swing it. Portelli looking for a cutter. Gets a screen. Trying to duck in with 9. Give and go. Atwood. Changed the angle. Turned it over. On the run now. Here's Parker Pfeiffer. One-handed. Get met by Snow. Pfeiffer duck in. Pfeiffer. Just one move too many as they closed that up, shut the door, and allowed no admittance. Snow. Works it. Renaud. We are at the 4-minute mark here, left in this third quarter. 10-6, Bears lead. Snow, isolated on the right. 10 on the shot clock. Hollowell, bullet right on. Atwood with the offensive rebound. Reset to 20. Atwood, good move. Atwood's bullet right on Harwood. Almost slipped through, but not this time. And now Reed will leg it over the timeline, move it up with a pass. Here comes Devin Pfeiffer. Under 3.5 to go. Third quarter. Fife in tight. Knocked down. Snow. Heron Snow legging it out. Big stride. Snow leans in. Looking for a trailer. Has one in it. Owen Smith. Smith had a notion. Decided better. Owen Hill had a notion. Swinging around Portelli. Bounce it out Abrams. Waylon Abrams steps in off the mark. Picked up. Backhand try wide. Delarande tracks down the loose ball. Rowan Kelly working him over. Two big bodies colliding. And now Portelli will set it over to Renaud. Hesitation. Abrams off the post. Picked up. Delarande. 20 more. Good offensive work by the Bears. Renaud. Eddie Renaud. Stopped. Went low. Good pad save by Harwood. Transition now. On the move, Clancy. No numbers for the SteelHawks. So they'll reset now with Pfeiffer. Parker Pfeiffer airs it out. Trailing is Boyd. Gets it back. 10 on the shot clock. Kick back on a cutter wide open. Tucked in. Quinn Highland. Oh, so quiet. Oh, so smooth. Quinn Highland found the opening. Put an end to that 4-goal run. It's 10-7 now. Good cut by Highland to get himself open. That's his second of the game. Just over 2 minutes left. The Bears lead is 3, and good quick hands by Reed. Reed with a chance, wrapped up, and scores! So Reed off the draw. And I can't fault Lucas Beaver on that because he needed some help, and no one left their man to stop the most dangerous guy. That's the guy with the ball. And that allowed Reed to roll in and pick up a quick transition goal, 10-8. So Reed's first of the game. He's got 4 this season. And just a reminder, following this one, second half of the home and home, Brampton Express here to take on the Six Nations Snipers. Snipers, of course, fighting for a playoff spot. Could use another win after a big overtime win on Friday. In tight. Beeves stopped. Ball loose, and SteelHawks dodging a bullet there. And it's Crowley now one-on-one. Thompson jumps in the rush. Looking for the connection pass, but through the crease, the call. We're at 1.5 minutes to go here. As the Bears now over the timeline. Abrams able to hang on to it. Has a man on him. Abrams does a good job to shield that ball. Kick across. On the run, Delarande. That one stopped. Delarande going to try to track it down. Work it in the corner against Reed. Reed comes away with it on a good job on the loose balls. And That's almost a tree fell there as Kelly now. We're into the final minute here, third quarter. SteelHawks trailing by 2. Pfeiffer. Working across. We're getting tight. Kelly backhand! Rowan Kelly pulled a rabbit off his shoulder and parked it in the far corner. 10-9. First of the game for Kelly and just the second of the season. So that's your second goal of the season, comes courtesy of backhand. That's pretty impressive. On the fly at that. 46 seconds left. And after a 4-goal run by the Bears, a 3-goal answer by the SteelHawks. Off the draw, Whitby controls, 35 seconds on the game clock. Morgan gets it over the timeline. They'll settle it down with Highland and kick it back out. This is Whitby's forte. They like to have a strong end to the quarters, and doing that here. Fife to Fife. Parker. Devin kicks it off. Got to let it go. Orpana wide. 7.6 seconds left on the clock. We'll see if the Bears call timeout or not. They will not. Atwood. Smith lets it go. That'll trickle up, ricochet down off the glass, and time will run out through 3 quarters. We got ourselves one heck of a finish. 10-9, Bears. I was there. Yeah, oh, what was I? Listen. Game had started and the game tossed and water bottles on the Locked and loaded for the fourth quarter as we've got ourselves a 1-goal game. Reed off the draw. He has been relentless, done a fantastic job in that circle. Coughs it up, though, and the Bears now had it. Rowan Kelly tried to get it back, but it's Snow. So a good start to the third as the Bears force a turnover. Almost a bad pass, but Hollowell there to recover. He'll bounce off a check, look for an opening, kick it out. Portelli swings it back. Renault, 10 on the shot clock. Delarande underhand. Good shoulder save by Harwood. Rebound, scooped up, but given right back as Snow's going to turn that up the other way. And look for an opening. Renault has some room. Eddie Renault, that one steered aside. Good pad save. Karam goes right to Clancy. Remember now, backdoor in favor of the SteelHawks here in this fourth quarter. Boyd looks out. Shouldn't say it favors them because the same applies for the Bears on the other side. Orpana, cutter, Boyd swings it back. Again, one pass too many as Boyd probably had the best angle even though he was on his wrong stick side. Maloney going to take it for a bit of a run. Hayden Thompson on him like a blanket. Ball loose, and that's going to be too much hands-on. Possession belongs to the Bears. Lane Smith with the inbounds. Fresh 20 here. And they'll swing it across now to Atwood. Atwood has been very disciplined in this game. Lane Smith dump it in. Hollowell in traffic. Rebound, picked up. Atwood on the doorstep. Boy, Chris Atwood just quietly tiptoed in that open area. Found himself with the ball and does what he does best. And it's an 11-9 game. Bears have done a really good job in doing some of the little things, and this game has really been the difference. Each team, the SteelHawks with 2 power play goals and the Bears with 1 as that one errantly gets tossed up in the gondola, and now possession belongs to Ohsweken and Lucas Beaver. B will survey, wait, backdoor. Hollowell ducks in, lets it go, and that one goes off the defender now. Pfeiffer, Beaver there to secure it. And no reset, but Delaronde. Skip gets it to Smith with 5. Smith turning the corner. Lane Smith ducks into 1. Lane Smith, late stick check. Good job, Rowan Kelly. Has a man. Pfeiffer, up ahead, connection. Pfeiffer off the post. It'll go back the other way. Glorious opportunity. Another chance here. The other Pfeiffer didn't have any help. Highland had secured something on the far boards, couldn't get in, jump into the play. He is now. Pfeiffer. 5 on the shot clock. Highland tracks it down. Highland on the run. Good save, Martin. Ball loose. Miller battling for it. It's picked up, though, as the SteelHawks have it. And it's Orpana. Orpana. Good defensive rotation by the Bears on the switch off. And now it's on the right side. Pfeiffer. 3 on the shot clock. That one partially deflected, and possession belongs to the Bears. Quick outlet pass, and it's Delaronde almost an over and back, but had it straddled. And a swing across, slow it down with Hollowell. Under 11 and a half to go here, fourth quarter. 2-goal lead for the Bears. Portelli. Big shot way out. Abrams wide of the mark. Going to have to knock it down. But great job, Crowley. Sent it to Thompson. Possession to Whitby. They'll play on right now. McGregor. He'll tiptoe into that corner down on the right side. Look to swing it around. Pfeiffer. Kick it Orpana. Orpana. Back to Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer can't find an opening. Kerr in tight but ill-advised, and now the Bears looking to skip through. Great move to elude 1 and 2. Bouncing off another one. In hard tight, and that one just wide of the mark as a good effort there from Owen Hill. Back the other way. Clancy trying to battle for it, and both guys got the clamp, him and Miller. Miller laying the lumber down on everyone, and it'll be kicked out to Fareed. Pfeiffer. McGregor had a notion way out, and Martin steers that one up and to his left side. Miller now will leg it over the timeline. We are under 10 minutes to go, fourth quarter. Week 13 in the Arena Lacrosse League, wrapping up here. The first of 2 from the ILA. In case you missed it, Snipers. 15-14 overtime winners over the Express Friday. Saturday, Peterborough 23-11 over Paris. Great swim move. Dive and wide of the mark. Peterborough winners over Paris. Oshawa 12-8 over Toronto. Crowley now, back door. Swing in tight. Kick back. Crowley denied. Big pad save. Ball loose. Scooped up Pfeiffer. And, of course, Oshawa with a big 12-8 win over Toronto yesterday. They, of course, fighting hard with the Bears and the Snipers for a spot in the postseason. Rebound, 20 more now. Pfeiffer gets a step. Can't shed a defender. Orpana looking for an opening. Kicks it out. Good defense there as Snow on him. Orpana rolling, and Chase Martin closed that off. So both teams ramping up the defense here. Well played ball game. Snow will give way, and Atwood will trot over, set it up. Smith. Abrams weaving his way in. Shovel. Renault. Duck in. 3 on the shot clock. Renault nothing doing, and one good defensive effort deserves another, and that's what we've seen now as both teams now know they are playing with a sense of urgency with just over 8 minutes to play. Pfeiffer chased out of that scoring spot. Highland now ducks back in. In tight. Bouncer off the crossbar. Oh, my. Glorious opportunity for McGregor. Snow. Waiting, sighting that back door. Nothing doing. Be a little very deliberate every possession now as we roll into crunch time. Portelli from way out. And it's going to be a race for it. It looks like Kelly's going to try to run this down. And it's an over and back possession to Whitby. Under 7.5 to go. Kelly. Boyd. Pfeiffer. Devin. Boyd. Can't connect. Good job by the Bears. Portelli tracks that down, gets it ahead. Costello finally secures it, moves it up to Snow. We are at the 7-minute mark. Atwood. Waiting for a screen. Good job by Morgan. Jumps it, takes the stick right out of Atwood's hands. And a flip. Quick possession change, and it's Thompson. Pfeiffer streaming. They hit the trailer now. Highland. That one knocked down, so going to be a race for this one. Devin Pfeiffer going to secure it and get pushed over the line. So good heads-up play right there. And that's a delay of game, or no, we're going to go to our officials' timeout. That is the call with 6:27 to go. We'll be back. Here we go for as the Bears inbounds. Lane Smith, skip across, Delaronde, and we got an interference call there as somehow Thompson lost his stick. So I think we're going to see a penalty here. We are. It's going to be a holding call, and it's going to go against Eddie Renault. So not the best timing. Third power play opportunity for the SteelHawks, and they're a perfect 2 for 2. So back to work, trailing by 2. Looking to close the gap here with just over 6 minutes to play. Pfeiffer kicks it across. Orpana walks in. Denied, though. Gets his own rebound. Curls back out. Highland on the reset. Fife to Fife. Devin. Parker had it knocked down. Good defense now in the Bears. On the run. Snow. Snow in the rush. And they'll just get it over the timeline and look to burn some clock here. Whole lot going on, but a whole little as Snow keeps it out. Cutting now. Good hands. Caught as Abrams, and they're going to say too many on the floor, and that's an easy call. As we look here, you're short, and there's 5. So you wondered why Abrams was so wide open. Well, that's easy. He's a 5th man on the floor. So the Bears will be too short for 1:12. We're 5 minutes, 31 seconds left here in the fourth. 2-goal game and a chance here with a 5-on-3 for the SteelHawks. Hottest team in the league, winners of 8 straight. To work now with the man advantage. Orpana and Highland on that left side. Pfeiffer had a notion. Orpana steps in right off the logo. Chase Martin, quick outlet pass, snap to Snow. Snow over the timeline. Snow going to protect. Snow takes it hard off the post. So a good idea by Aaron Snow catching the defense, thinking he might pull it out. Attacked instead and got a good chance. We're under 5 minutes here. 30 seconds left in the 2-man advantage. Orpana, 2-man game with Pfeiffer. Orpana chased out by Snow. Skip, Highland, down low, can't connect with Pfeiffer. Rebound, 5 on the shot clock. Orpana Bullet in there. Stopped by Martin. Snow now. Going to have to leg it up. Needs some help. Lofts it up. And it's over the timeline and dipped down. A good play there by Maloney. Dying seconds of the first penalty. Eddie Renault out. 45 seconds left in the power play. Bears trying to kill it off here. Killed off one, looking to do the same here. Orpana swings. Pfeiffer. Orpana. Pfeiffer couldn't secure cleanly. Snow out on him. Gets it over. Orpana. Bullet wide. Gets his own rebound. No reset. They called a reset. I didn't see it touch anything, but it's a fresh 20, and nobody's arguing, so it's just me. In tight, Highland. He scores. Quinn Highland on the doorstep with 15 seconds left in the penalty. It's a one-goal game. Well, you talk about doing a lot of things right. Quinn Highland with his third goal of the game. Third power play goal of the game for the SteelHawks. 3:46 to play here. So just tells you got to stay out of the penalty box. And once again, the difference in this game has been the power play goals. Reed off the draw. Reed bounces off one. Reed in tight, but he's stopped. Creased the call. And the Bears now will retrieve and bring it up the other way. So if you're Ohsweken now, you're looking for a good shot. You want to let that shot clock tick down just a bit and get a high percentage look on Harwood. As now Hollowell kick across. That shot off the post. That was a bullet from Delarande. Gets his own rebound. Keeps it. Now they reset up top. Looking for Lane Smith. Shot goes off for Reed. He certainly didn't mean to make that save, but a good shovel ahead to Clancy. 3 minutes to go. One-goal game. Pfeiffer. Give and go with Clancy. Gone and went. Miller trying to track it down. Clancy in there too, and coming away with it is Boyd. Kerr. One-on-one. Miller on him. That's a tough matchup for Kerr. He'll swing it across Pfeiffer. 5 in the shot clock from way out. Martin. Great job to scoop and go. Looking for an outlet. Didn't have him. Finds one there and going to have to hurry and get it over just in time. So a good job, Owen Hill. And now the Bears will set up. So we are in money time now. Atwood. Hollowell from way out. That bullet goes wide. Going to be a chance now. Crowley can't secure it cleanly. And we're at the 2-minute warning. SteelHawks trailing by a goal. Highland looking to set it up on the right. But you can see the Bears have really extended their D now. Highland, good spin move. Highland, bouncer knocked down by Snow. No reset, 10 on the clock. Tough hop, Highland. Can't get it clean. Bears tip it ahead, and it's DeBeeve. Lucas Beaver one-hops it up. And a good job to hang on to that by Costello. Under a minute and a half. Bears trying to hang on for a big W. Trying to end the 8-game win streak of the SteelHawks and extend theirs to 4. Atwood working with Renault. Down low. Abrams strong off the crossbar. Boy, inches for Reed the other way. And we're going to get a timeout called, I believe, with just over a minute. And that will allow us to catch our breath, and we'll be right back. Back here with just over a minute to go. SteelHawks with possession, trailing by a goal. Boyd swings it across Orpana. Underhand try, knocked down, and Bears do a good job getting the sticks in the shooting lane. That pass almost picked off. Run down, though. Good job by Snow. He'll hold it. 45 in the game clock. We'll get a timeout. Bears And again, we'll be back. Just switching from doing it to him, so it's a dip. Right? Back here as we get set to go. Kit Kat in the building as we're 40 seconds away. Lane Smith tucks it. Smith through 3. Smith killing some time with 10. Lane Smith still has it. Switch hand. Lane Smith. Hollowell. Bullet! Bullet! In the net. Beauty play, Lane Smith and the Bears with a 12-10 lead. That was all Lane Smith right there. Give him the helper, give Hollowell the goal, and give the Bears the lead. Big, well executed. Now, I'm not quite sure that's what Ron Mouser Henry drew up, but I think the ball was supposed to go to Lane Smith. I'm not sure he was supposed to weave through 3 guys, but either way, read off the draw. Never count the SteelHawks out. Kelly, his shot. Chase Martin, 20 on the game clock. Martin airs it out, a bullet, and almost intercepted. It would have went in. 10 on the game clock. SteelHawks are going to run out of time. The winning streak's going to get snapped at 8. The Bears are going to roll on. They extend their winning streak to 4. What a game. A whole lot in the standings. Keep an eye out, but before that, stick around. The Brampton Express, defending champs, up against the Six Nations Snipers. We'll see you then.